Sagittarius. Sagittarius. There we go. Now, this is how it fell. I don't know what that is yet. Wow. 8 of Cups in the upright. We wish it was in reverse, but I'm sorry. I said upright anyway. Okay. Well, this weekend, this weekend, there's a little sense of dissatisfaction here. I'm just going to go to the old definition of the 8 of Cups. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. You know, it's just like, things could be better, right? 8 of Cups is basically saying that, right? Or this decision, this idea, something about you moving on. You're thinking about it. You're going to be thinking about it this weekend. And it could happen because someone didn't do what they were supposed to do, right? And I kind of hear like, I'm not going to even talk to them anymore. I'm not going to even talk to them. That could be friends, family, whoever, right? And I'm telling you, people do that. I'm not going to talk to them. I don't want to be bothered with them. The 8 of Cups is basically saying that for some of you, you don't want to be bothered with somebody. You're going on this lonely trek by yourself because someone doesn't understand or people don't understand you. That is what the 8 of Cups is basically saying. And so I feel like this weekend, tonight, tomorrow, on through next week, you may actually be thinking about disconnecting with someone or how you can handle something with somebody. Even if you don't walk away yet, the energy is there of like wanting to like disconnect because they're getting on your nerves. Okay. That's what the 8 of Cups is basically saying. This could be some children too, because at the bottom of the deck, you guys do have the 6 of Cups. I feel like, you know how sometimes you can't get over what someone has said to you or done to you. So the 6 of Cups to me feels like for some of you guys, you're stuck on the past, some type of event that occurred that you cannot get over. Right. And this is why I said it doesn't have to be with this reading for right now. We're going to get to the love portion, but it feels like someone has done something to you that you cannot get over, or at least you feel like you can't. Or it could be an event that happened, a situation that you feel like you cannot get over. And that's what's ruminating. That's what's ruminating in your mind over the next few days. Okay. And that's something that I'm saying. Something is clinging to you. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm saying. Something. Now, I said I was only going to pull one card in the beginning. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get to the oracles. We're going to see how this, get some advice here for you with that energy. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Sagittarius. Let's see. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Well, you have the 2 of Cups and you have the Page of Wands. That's interesting because your direct card was the 8 of Cups. This does have something to do with romantically being dissatisfied. Some of you are longing for something that you have not had in a very long time. For a few of you, that's why this is coming out, right? I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a connection. And for others, it's like you're in a connection with someone and it is not satisfying because the 2 of Cups actually brings that, right? What is it saying that you are wanting? It's saying that you want to come closer with someone. You could be in love or you're really wanting to fall deeply in love with someone and it's causing there's some type of stagnation because someone is resisting. You want to fall in love and this person just wants sex. You want to fall in love and this is not deep enough. That's the problem. Or you are in a committed relationship and you're falling out of it or someone is falling out of it. Ooh, right? There's a problem here with actually your feelings, your mind being connected in a harmonious situation where you can feel satisfied in the connections that you are in. And that is the thing that I'm seeing in this reading. It literally says it. A relationship that 2 people grows closer and fall in love together. And it says even in a current relationship, it is meant for it to grow. But the 8 of Cups says that it's something isn't. Maybe you need to walk away from something in order to actually get this, though. Who knows? There is a romantic element here. There's partnership in your reading. If you're single, that's where I feel like you're headed. Even though you feel a little bit sad right now because you have not been experiencing it, You don't even remember the last time you've been in a connection. But I will say, if you are in a connection, this is not the best energy. Now you have the Page of Wands. I like this because it says something new and exciting is happening. Now you had that twice. You had creativity. Both of these cards talk about creativity. That is the remedy for those who are in long-term committed relationships where it's starting to grow stale. Remember, we talked about the dissatisfaction element here. It says you're going to have to get creative. If you want this connection, if you want this relationship to actually work, you're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to come up with some ideas for you and your person to have fun and have excitement in your connection. You may have to plan little trips. You may have to plan like little dates. You may have to do that. Okay, that's the remedy to those who are in long-term committed relationships. Some of you guys are just like, I've already done that. I can't get that back. Okay, well, again, not all things are going to be relating to people in this reading, but I'm just saying it may not be deep anymore for you. But for those who are wanting a connection to work, that could be what you can do, right? Start being more creative in your relationships. For those who have been single, I like this because this is more so like an eagerness. Something is starting to happen. So you could be like, I'm by myself. So yeah, the Eight of Cups makes sense because it's like, I don't have anybody. That's the whole thing. The only thing that I'm thinking of is, maybe my last person that I was with, or I don't even have memory of anybody that I've actually fallen in love with or fallen in love with. This is good because the Two of Cups is someone that will come in and give you that. And how is your reaction towards it? Well, it's the Page of Wands. You're excited about something, right? Your eagerness to learn this person. This is why I feel like it is someone new for a lot of you. You don't know them. Okay. Now, as far as this is on a macro level. As far as on the weekend, what I feel like a lot of you are going to be experiencing, though, like I said, don't stay in the house. Don't loom in this energy of sadness and depression. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you probably need to go out of the house, maybe go to the movies, go to the spa, do something to get your mind off of whatever this is that's causing this sadness, right? Because things are going to change for you. But I really do feel that a lot of you need to kind of get out the house, get going. If someone invites you to certain things, go get out the house and go and enjoy yourself, right? Because this is just staying in this like sadness that I feel like you guys have been in. That's part of the creativeness. That's part of, being able to have that spark. Okay. So you can be excited about something when you wake up in the morning. That is something that I'm seeing here. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. Now, you guys already know that these cards will be exactly how I pull them, right? I'm not going to turn them over. I'm not going to do any of that. If they're in reverse, they're in reverse. If they're upright, they are going to be in the upright. Now, let's go ahead. Let's see what's going to come out here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I forgot. I didn't get your third section. My bad. Let me get your third section of cards. This is going to be for Sagittarius. All right. Sagittarius, here you have bad decisions. Oh my God. Bad decision and bad investments. I think I talked about this yesterday, right? Wasn't that you? Didn't we talk about this yesterday when I said that your last card that came out yesterday in your reading, I said I didn't like what I saw in the future? It's a little worrisome to me because the first words on both cards are bad. This is what it says. This is not going to affect everyone. Because remember, it is a decision. And this is what it says. Do not ignore your intuition because you will suffer from that bad decision in the future. If things are not going well, it is best not to make important decisions during this time Wait until you are in a good frame of mind and you are more well informed. Let me tell you how serious this is. Dating somebody and you are falling for that individual and they say, let's move in together. You do not know them like that. You make the decision to move in and now all hell breaks loose. That is one example. Because it's not so easily to get out of that situation. When it says bad decisions, that means that in the future, you could end up making a decision that is not easily to get out of because you invested in that. Now, that is very much so a future reality. We're going to talk about that a little bit because I can't leave y'all hanging like that. But remember, this is also the weekend. I see that there's something that you may do. Even if it's your attitude, even if it's something that you say, or something that you neglect, okay, that you have to pay attention to. For some of you, you are not making the wisest choices when it comes down to your future because every little thing counts, right? And not all of you are in this position. I don't want you guys to be thinking that every Sagittarius make bad decisions. No, but you do have to be careful because this may not hit you until 6 months from now. When you forget Yasmina's, messages from the spirit, right? Bad investment. Not investing in the right what? People or situations. If you are investing in some type of money in some way, because we got to talk about that too, because everybody always think it's money. Baby, y'all come to me a lot of times making bad decisions based on money. Invest your feelings, your energy, and your time wisely because they are limited resources. Okay? It says please, because this will have a profound effect on you. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm saying it the way that I'm saying it is because I told you this yesterday. I know for a fact that in your reading yesterday, I said, oh, I don't like what I'm seeing in the future for y'all. Now, here it is in this deck alone. Those 2 cards come out of this. That's like, That means this is red. It's blinking red sirens all over your reading. That means, ho, wait a minute, wait a minute, Sag. Something's not right. Okay, and you're needing to pay attention. Some of you guys, you had blocked sacral chakra here, and this talks about creativity too, right? Again, it's something about creativity. It keeps showing up in your reading. I don't know why that's showing so much, and I don't know. It's like a lack of passion, a lack of desire, or because there's been a lack of passion, a lack of desire, you make bad decisions, you make bad moves. There is someone who's manipulative here. There is a manipulative person in this reading. There is someone who's manipulating you. And because of that, because there is manipulative behavior in this reading, someone could be manipulating you and you are reacting towards it. You're reacting to it. And you make the wrong move. You make the wrong decision. Let's get into the tarot. Let's see what comes out here for Sagittarius. Let's see what comes out here for Sagittarius. Now, what I'm going to do is pull directly from the deck. If it's in reverse, it's in reverse. That's how we're going to read it. Let's see. What is going on here for Sagittarius? For Sagittarius. I'm just going to take it. Page of Cups in reverse. Virgo in the upright. Or Hermit card, my bad. I was going to say Virgo later, but Hermit in the upright. Death card in the upright. Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Hello. The only card that's in reverse is that Page of Cups. Not all of you are having problems with your children, nieces, nephews, or something like that. There is someone that is a problem child, or you feel that is problematic. You know, sometimes you could date someone and they have kids that don't like you, right? That could be a problem. Or children that don't like you guys. That could be an issue. Oh, I'm sorry, Sagittarius. Okay. There's a sense of inadequacy and naivety that I'm seeing in your reading. And remember, I said that there is someone who's manipulative. That Page of Cups says it all, right? In the past, this is what you've been, right? To like assuming, you know, having great expectations for people. And unfortunately, they didn't deserve that, right? It's like, well, in order for me to believe that you're a good person, I need to see it first. And instead of you doing that, you were just like, I believe that this person is good. I believe, right? And then you got burned. There's something here about you, someone burning you in a way when it comes to good deeds and goodwill. And so you're no longer in this naivety anymore. Okay? Because the Hermit card actually talks about going within and being enlightened to someone's ways, even if it's yours, being enlightened into that. What am I doing to contribute to this issue? Okay. I want to say all of these, well, these two in particular, because remember, I want to say what these houses mean. And you probably need to know how this is going to affect you. The eclipses are going to be falling in Pisces and Virgo. Where is that in your chart? I say this all the time. Are you looking at tarot and don't know what's happening in your chart? Because Virgo is coming out in your second placement. That is extremely important. Is it dealing with your work and career? Is it dealing with your health? Is it dealing with your prioritizing and planning and organizing and structure? What is lacking? So it's like the universe is saying, hey, something needs to take place here. Something needs to work. This could be someone from the past, by the way. It's not here in this reading, but I'm telling you, this could be, right? Because what if that is dealing with your fifth house? What if you have a fifth house Virgo? And this is the reason why a lot of you are having problems in relationships, because for you, you're wanting certain things to be so perfect, and you are the one that's putting certain expectations on people that they cannot give you. Because Virgo is a perfectionist. You see how that works? So if you knew where this landed in your chart, then you'll know how to move. Now, I feel like there is something dealing with your work and career, because you had the Ace of Pentacles and then you had the Hermit card, which says that for some of you, you're going to have opportunities dealing with work and career. What could that be? I don't know. It could be new job. It could be bonuses. It could be promotions. It could be anything relating to that. If you have your own business, this is like your own, especially real estate. I see real estate. Some of you guys do real estate here. I feel like that is going to be something that's going to change for you in a really, really good way. That's more so progression that I'm saying if it deals with real estate, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any job, but I do see real estate here. But yeah, I definitely see something happening with your working career that's going to be a betterment for you. Okay. Now you have the Death card. Now this is the sixth house. Now this is the eighth house. Where's Scorpio in your chart? What's being activated in your eighth house? Remember, eighth house is other people's money. Do you owe? Do you owe, or is it coming in? You get what I'm saying? Do you owe, or is it coming in? Other people giving you money. And for some of you, it's going to be other people giving you money, because boom, the next card was the Ace of Pentacles. Hello. If you have a company, people are wanting to invest in that company. Investments. That's why I said be careful about bad investments. If you have your own business, read the fine print. Page of Cups says that, because this is also blinded. Some of you guys with certain contracts, I forgot, it's called adhesion contracts, where there's something attached to the contract that you don't see. If you do not know how to read contracts, you need to get people who know how to read contracts. If you need things to be recorded, you say that. Is this a adhesion clause? Is there anything in this contract that I do not know that we do not see in fine print? This is what you should know. If you are 35 and older, even 30 and older, you should know how to be able to move in the business world, even if you don't know how. You should know how to move, right? To protect yourself, because this means your livelihood, according to the Ace of Pentacles. It means your livelihood. You should know. No, okay? Now, I'm not saying you can't get got, because that can happen sometimes. But if you know you said it, and you know that that was not a part of the agreement, then you could take them to court. Now, you're not just suing for what you lost, but you're also suing for your time, your energy, and, what is it called? Damages, okay? But here with the 8th house, like I said before, for some of you, this is other people's money. Or you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio. Okay, you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio here. All right, but this is saying that things are going to change for you. It's going to change for the better. Okay, things are going to end up changing for the better for you. And I only say that is because the change came before the Ace of Pentacles. Change for the better, because some opportunity is going to come in here that the universe wants you to have, but you have to be able to see it. Okay, now let's get to love. We started off with the 8 of Cups at the beginning of the reading. Love was the first thing that we started off with, because I had to get to the other portions, the other stuff, right? But love is what really started the reading. And I said, I want to know the condition, the feelings of Sagittarius. I want to know how they're feeling. And what was the first card that came out? It wasn't even in reverse. It was in the upright, 8 of Cups. I'm not feeling it. This is what you guys are saying. It's just blah. It's just, this lack of satisfaction in my life. Yes. And then you told me what it was. I want a relationship, 2 of Cups. I want someone who is mutually in love with me like I am in love with them. I want to have fun. I want to be jovial. I want this type of condition with my partner, but I don't have it. That is what's so pressing on most of you when it comes down to love and romance. And then I said, if you are already in a committed relationship, you are totally not fulfilled. You're either estranged right now from your partner, and you could get that back. That's what this reading is saying, by the way. Remember, we talked about that before, about being creative in your relationship, being creative in your long term. Because after a while, yes, you be with somebody for a long time, you know how it get, right? Gets a little stale. You got to put the fire back into your connection. That is what it said for those who are in long term, period. There is no excuses. You got to do that. And it's a possibility that you can. Because I see for some of you, you have been estranged from your person, and you will be getting back with them. You will. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to last forever. At least you're attempting to make it work. For some of you, you're like, we've been there. We've done that. We were already estranged. We got back together. And this time it's over with. That's cool. That's your decision. That's what you decide to do. That's good. Not good, but that's up to you, right? But for those who are single, that's the change that you're about to experience. Change, opportunity. This is not an ending. You can't end something that you're not in. If you're not in a committed relationship, if you're not in a relationship at all, this is change that's going to bring opportunity here for you. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let's see what's coming out here. This is for Sagittarius. Regret. Isn't it funny? I just said somebody was stuck in the past. Didn't I say that earlier? Did I not say that earlier? I know I did. Go back. Okay, when this ends, go back. Here it says, living in the past with regrets can take a toll on your mental health. Start making positive choices to live happy and an empowered life. Interesting. I said that in the beginning of the reading. Someone is stuck in the past. This could be the reason why someone is trying to apologize. Or maybe that's the reason why something isn't working, because I said this before. I said someone can't get over what someone has done in the past. I told you that. I know I did. And here, first card come out of this big ass deck. It talks about living in the past. Someone has regrets about hurting you. Or maybe you have regrets about what you've said to someone. Like, I shouldn't have said that. Even though I think they deserved it, I shouldn't have said it. You know, because you want the guilty partner to be guilty. You don't want to be a part of the guilt. You don't want to be a part of the chaos. You let them destroy it. And for some of you, because you may have acted out of emotion, you said and did something that now you regret because then they pulled you in. But I also feel like this is someone wanting to apologize because of what they've done, because of their bad decisions. This is for Sagittarius. Ooh, damn, trapped. Here it is again. There's a sense of guilt for betraying. Isn't this funny? Because this is hitting the enlightened one. You see how all of a sudden somebody, they done seen the light. Somebody done had an epiphany moment. Somebody wants to come back because what they thought was out there, what they thought that they can get from somebody else, or what they thought that they can have with someone else, they didn't. And they were regretting the hell out of that. Now, for a lot of you, this is a karmic cycle, because here it talks about a karmic partner. It's between you and this person, past life energy, where this has been a storyline between you two. This damaging thing that has been happening between both of you. Okay. But somebody in general feels guilty about what they've done. This is just what I'm saying totally here in this reading. You know, they can't get it out of their minds. Let's get the death card. I'm really not getting the death card. I don't know why I said that, but okay. Oh, jealousy. That was definitely a third party here. Bad decisions. Absolutely. And somebody wants to give back, and the other person is very hesitant. Somebody's very hesitant here. Because again, you can't get over what someone has done. I cannot get over what you've done. This is what somebody is saying. And somebody is almost pleading, please think about it, Hermit. Think about it. But the person is saying, no, I can't get this out of my mind. That what you did, you put me in a bad position, because she has ropes on her hand. It means you felt like you couldn't do nothing about it at one point. Or some of you are in relationships right now where you feel like you can't do anything about your person's bad behavior. Especially if you're doing this, Sag. Somebody, that's what I'm saying, somebody. And somebody has a right to be jealous. Someone has a right to feel jealousy. This is what this says. Jealousy, though, is a sign of a bad relationship, and it's not okay because it's ruining it. Because that's where the accusations is coming from. Now, this is hitting the death card. There is something that's getting in the way. Somebody made some horrible decisions, that someone feels rejected, and someone cannot fully trust. Especially if it is a Virgo or a Scorpio. Or Pisces. Or an Aries. Over romanticizing, hitting the Ace of Pentacles. Here it says, sometimes our idea of love is far from reality, and as a result, we end up over romanticizing relationships. You need to take or reevaluate your views. Here with the Ace of Pentacles, this is an opportunity for you to do something, an opportunity to end it, an opportunity to change, or realize, are you really happy in this connection? Where did you get to this point? How did you get to this point? When it comes down to your love life. I don't necessarily see this being the best situation romantically this weekend and over the next week or months, a few weeks rather. I don't necessarily see it being great. Okay. This just feels problematic. It feels very strained. And this feels like this has been something that's been happening over and over again. Okay. Because over romanticizing is also saying it'll work when it's not working. It's not working. And so the Ace of Pentacles here, it's saying that the universe is trying to renew something in you, renew something about how you view relationships. And if you transform it in whatever way, then things could get better. But it could come, that transformation could be an ending. Okay. Last card come out at the bottom of the deck is Stuck in Limbo. This is what it says for you. You're stuck, filled with doubt and confusion regarding your relationship with someone you believe could be a twin flame. You guys know I don't believe in that, but you know what I mean? Or a soulmate. You have to break this cycle. Something needs to change here about your relationship. Sagittarius, this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell.